Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the innovative production company, their part number DS 1000 MG door scope is what this is. This is a rather unique door viewer. It's certainly a door viewer. It is a door viewer that is special in the fact that it makes it, the claim to fame is that you can view this. I'm about 2 feet away from the camera. They say that you can view this up to 7 feet away from your door, and I have certainly put this out at arm's length and find it very, very simple to view that. And the advantage of this is that you don't have to get close to the door at all to see that. Now, looking through this camera is not a real accurate representation, but I can tell you that when I place the unit on my desktop, which I have here on my monitors, okay, I can tell you that I can certainly, and while I'm about now 7 feet away, I can certainly see out through there to at least tell if there's someone standing there. There's no doubt. The back of the cardboard packaging that you receive will act as the installation instructions, okay? So the manufacturer's statement is that this door scope is a revolutionary new product which virtually eliminates the conventional peephole. With the door scope, the viewer can see visibly for up to 7 feet inside of the door. No more straining to see the visitor at the door. With the door scope advanced optics, the viewer receives a sharp, clear picture of the entire door area for quick, accurate, and reliable identification of all visitors. I can tell you that the amount of light that is pushed into this is substantial, and you can definitely see very clearly with the amount of light that this aperture allows through with success. The installation instructions are down below. So the height at which you will install this, of course, will suit your personal needs. A general height requirement for door viewers can be 48-inch off the floor to the center line if you're dealing with a specific requirement of perhaps someone that is a little bit shorter that has to use it. If you're dealing with handicap compliance, that dimension would be closer to 43-inch from the floor to the center line. And then a standard height would be 60-inch, or 5 foot off of the floor to the center line. 60-inch would suit me perfectly, but I'm of quite average height and probably wouldn't be best suited for someone who is 6'2", things of that nature. So keep that all in mind. Now, installation of this item is having drilled large holes into wood thousands of times. There is a template that will be included with this. It's a self-adhesive decal, basically. They're saying that you need a 2 3/8 diameter hole to go through the door. You're probably not going to have that hole saw. There's no other way to go about getting this installed other than having the right size tool for doing it. They do make the multi-sized type of spur bits that I've used with success. I've bought those because they're inexpensive, where you have 3 blades and then a ring when you loosen the nut, and as you rotate that clockwise, counterclockwise, you get the spread on those cutting edges. Those are really for disposable use and do not give a very clean cut through the door, although they might suffice for what you're doing. If I was going to do this, I would buy the right size hole saw. A bimetal hole saw is what I would use. And you ought to be able to find very good success with a hole saw. You're going to have to buy the arbor, the bit, or maybe only the hole saw if you don't already have one. Have the arbor, I should say. Now, I would very routinely start my hole with the hole saw and let the pilot bit draw me in, and then I'd put that tool into reverse, and I would use the reverse action, the counterclockwise rotation of the hole saw to score the face of the wood. If you've got oak, especially oak, open grain wood, maybe Luan, any open grain wood, meaning there's substantial texture when you touch the door versus a maple or birch closed grain wood, which is smoother, you attack that hole saw into the face of the door with that heavy rotation, you're certainly going to splinter and tear the veneer out. So be quite careful when you do that. You want to score the wood. Even if you have to score it by hand, break that veneer, because you don't want to tear it out. And the trim ring on the inside, if this requires a 2 1/8 inch hole, you can see that the margin around there is not very much. You don't have a lot of room to make a mistake, maybe 3/16, so be very careful with that. If you already have an existing door viewer, that's going to be trouble. You're either going to want to Dutchman that hole or dowel it closed, drill a hole, put a piece of wood in there, glue it, and then re-drill into that the next day, or simply move your pilot hole up or above or below the existing hole and then drill through that, because you need a piece of wood for an arbor of a hole saw to go into. And then just be very gingerly sort of action when you're hitting it. Go halfway through, the arbor bit will pierce the other side, come back to the other side, use that to get started, make contact, turn it counterclockwise, back it off to score the face of it, then you should be very much in good shape to go forward. You're going to want to score it completely, is what you'll want to do. Or, if you want to be fancy about it, you can use a router. That would be nice, but you're still going to have to make a template for that. If you're doing a lot of work repeatedly, if you're doing many of these, a hole saw could be easily justified in terms of cost if you've got lots of them. However, the risk of damaging the door is significant and substantial and real. A lot of people love multi-spur bits. I personally can't stand those because I feel, in my experience, they cause a lot of tear out on the face of the veneer. I would avoid those at all cost. There is a couple of additional holes that you need to accomplish. Will be these 1/8 of an inch holes that you see here and here, and that'll be for these prongs that are here and here to seat into, so that it cannot be rotated from the outside. Okay, clear part, well, a silver type of finish on this plastic. Okay, very nice quality item. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the innovative production products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website as well. Any questions on the innovative door viewer, door scope, or any other innovative production item, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.